As the sunset bathes the world in a final burst of golden light, Davy flops into the sand like a starfish. "I'm going to dream about sand in my socks for the rest of my life," he declares mournfully. "I shall never be free." "You could try wearing actual shoes," you suggest dryly. He shudders with melodramatic horror. "Shoes? Never again. I'd rather step on 1,000 sand spurs." Scene, a moment of comedic honesty. You roll your eyes, grinning in spite of yourself. "You're hopeless." Davy shrugs with a lazy grin. "But you love me for it." His words hang in the air between you for a beat, almost lost in the sound of crashing waves. Then he sits up suddenly, eyes glinting like he's remembering something. "Hey," he adds casually, "can I ask you something?" You raise an eyebrow, trying and failing to pretend your heart isn't suddenly beating twice as fast. "Sure." But you're not prepared for what he says next. He bites his lip, for once not grinning like the charming charlatan he is. There's something almost vulnerable in his eyes as he glances away, almost sheepish. "You ever wonder if—" A breeze tussles his hair, and he pauses, searching the sky as if he'll find answers written there amidst the twilight. You wait, pulse roaring in your ears. There's none of the confident facade he usually wears like armor, no witty one-liners or cocky grins. Just a boy from Manchester on a beach in California, asking an impossibly huge question with every beat of his heart. He fidgets with the sand, avoiding your gaze like a kid. If maybe. The seagulls overhead are the only sound besides your heart thundering against your ribs. Your voice is so soft it almost gets lost in the wind. Maybe. What? Davy finally dares a look at you, and his usually brilliant blue eyes are softer than you've ever seen. They're wide and bright like a kid's, like someone asking for hope. "I know it's stupid," he says quickly. "It's probably nothing. Nothing worth—" You touch his arm, cutting him off, and his gaze drops to your hand before meeting your eyes again. He swallows, then exhales slowly, like someone about to confess something important. He chews on his lip for a moment, searching your face as if checking for some invisible line he's about to cross. Then he seems to screw up his courage and blurts out the words you never expected to hear from Davy Jones. "You'll think I'm mad for even asking this." You raise an eyebrow, part of you almost holding your breath. "Try me." He laughs, a little shakily, but it fades too quickly, leaving something softer in its wake. He takes a breath, still avoiding your gaze as he runs a hand through his sand-dusted hair. "You'll hate me for even suggesting this," he mutters with a self-deprecating laugh, like even he can't believe he's considering it. "Well, hypothetically. You have the sudden feeling you know where this is going. A lump rises in your throat, but you force a joke instead. Depends what you're hypothetically asking." Scene, a hesitant confession on the shore. Davy's fingers dig into the sand, his usual bravado nowhere to be found. When he finally speaks, his voice is barely above a whisper, raw and painfully honest. "What if we just kept running?" The question hangs between you like a spark about to catch fire. He doesn't mean from Peter or Mike or tonight's chaos. He means forever, away from tour buses and screaming fans and scripts, into some unnamed life where it's just him, you, and this endless horizon. His eyes flick up to yours, hopeful, terrified, waiting for you to either laugh or break his heart. The tide rolls in, the moment stretches. You can feel your heart in your throat as you stare unblinking at the boy sitting beside you on the beach. The wind tousles his hair and steals the words from your lungs, because how are you supposed to react to something that sounds like a wild dream and a reckless plan and a beautiful mess all at once? Then something like fear flickers in his eyes, like he's suddenly realized how real this moment is. "I'm just joking," he adds quickly, as if suddenly trying to laugh it off. "Just a crazy idea." Scene, the moment fractures. Davy's laugh is too loud, too sharp, a record scratch over the quiet between you. He flings a handful of sand half-heartedly, avoiding your eyes like he's given something away that can't be taken back. "Imagine," he croaks, forcing a grin. "Me giving up the spotlight? Bloody ridiculous." But his hands are shaking where they bury themselves in the sand, And when he risks a glance at you, just for a second, there's no mischief there. Just a question neither of you can unspeak now. What if we dared? Cut to black. The last-minute turnaround. Davy stands before the van, hands buried helplessly in his pockets, shoulders hunched like he expects to be ridiculed any minute. He opens his mouth to backtrack, to laugh it off as a joke you can both forget, but you beat him to it. You are 100% serious right now. His shoulders tense, like he's bracing for laughter that never comes. Then slowly, so slowly he seems nervous, he lifts his eyes to meet yours. Yeah, he admits quietly. I am. Seen the moment of no return. You nod once, heart in your throat, as the implications of that admission crashes over you. Then you take a step forward, sand crunching under your shoes. Davy flinches, like he's bracing for the punchline. But all he gets is you, right in front of him, as you reach out to clasp his hands in yours. He sucks in a breath like he's been doused in ice water, eyes widening. But he doesn't pull away. Instead, he stares at you like you've suddenly become the center of his world. Seen the leap of faith. The silence between you is electric, filled only by the crash of waves and the hammering of your own pulse. Davy's hands tighten around yours, his usual bravado stripped away, leaving nothing but raw, reckless hope in its wake. You're mad, he murmurs, but there's no real protest in it, just wonder. Absolutely barking. You shrug, stepping closer until your forehead nearly brushes his. Takes one to know one. For a heartbeat, just one. Davy hesitates. Then his grin flickers back to life like sunlight through storm clouds, wild and brilliant, and his. All right then, he breathes, pulling you into a spin that sends sand flying as laughter bubbles up between you. Let's be mad together. And with that, hand in hand, you both sprint toward the horizon before anyone can stop you. Or before either of you can think better of it. Fade to credits over stolen bicycles kicking up dust in golden light. Post-credits scene. Mike finds Davy's abandoned tambourine glinting in the sand hours later. He sighs, then pockets it with a grudging smile. Stealing away in the moonlight. You race down the coast, laughter chasing you as the sun dips below the waves. You don't remember the last time you felt this alive. Exhilaration racing through your veins as the wind whips at your hair. Beside you, Davy matches you step for step, laughing, free, completely unapologetic. For one moment, there's nothing but moonlight and the stars over the Pacific, and you and him, reckless as the waves.